What's going on, Aaron here. If you're watching this video right now, you might be checking out this website, Forthright Surveys, and maybe you're wondering, is this legit or a scam? Can you really make money from Forthright Surveys? What is it all about, okay? Anytime if you want to get my favorite way to get to $10,000 a month, 100% from home, click the link below and I'll share with you my favorite strategy. Now, on this channel, I have reviewed literally hundreds and hundreds of different ways to make money online. Some of them are really good, some of them so-so. A lot of them are, though, a big waste of time. So let's check out Forthright Surveys to find out whether this is a good use of your time. Can you make money this way? Or are there better ways to make money online out there, alright? Now, Forthright Surveys is a survey website that's been around for quite a while. It's available mainly for people in the US, alright? So if you're based outside of the US, don't worry, stick around till the end of this video. I'm going to show you some other surveys that you can use to make money and some other great strategies as well, alright? Now, if you are based in the US, very simple. All you need to do is come to beforthright.com. So it's slightly different from the name itself here, right? And you just need to click on join, and once you click on join, you can just fill in all the details right here, and it's just your name, your email, your username, things like that. There's even a little video of how it works, okay? So you can watch this video if you want. All right, we're going to come back to the surveys, and once you're logged in, you're going to be able to access basically different types of surveys. All right, now the main survey that you're going to access is something called partner surveys, right? Now this is how a lot of survey companies out there work. You don't need any particular skill set, you don't need to be in a particular job or anything like that, but what's going to happen is you log in every single day, and once in a while you'll have partner surveys that pop up into your inbox. All right, now you fill out these partner surveys, but the thing that you have to understand is you're not going to qualify for every single survey because it depends on a lot of factors. It depends on where you live, it depends on your background, it depends on the activities that you do, your economic status, things like that, right? Because they are creating these surveys for clients, and so if you're not the right person to take the survey, what tends to happen is you get disqualified from some of these surveys. Now, on average, you'll be disqualified from 2 to 3 out of every 5 surveys. But I have seen reports of people saying that they're disqualified, from 9 out of every 10 surveys on Forthright surveys. So, sometimes that can happen as well, unfortunately. All right. So you're going to spend a little bit of time actually trying to qualify for these surveys because there will be qualification questions, and sometimes you just get booted out. That's just the way that it works. Okay. Now, if you do get to fill out a full survey, right? The thing about Forthright surveys is they pay between, I would say, 50 cents and $1 per survey. Sometimes it's a little bit more. Sometimes you'll see surveys that offer, $2 per survey. They'll be a little bit longer. Most of the surveys are between 10 and 15 minutes long. Some of them that are higher paying will be longer, 20 to 25 minutes, all right? But those higher paying surveys are pretty rare. Most of them will be between 50 cents and $1 if you do qualify for them and you get to fill them out correctly. All right, now let's just say, assuming you do, if you get to fill everything out properly, and we'll talk about the reason why I'm saying that in a second. Okay, the way that you can get your money out here is mainly through PayPal, Bitcoin, and gift cards like Amazon and Tango. All right, there is a threshold of $10 for PayPal. All right, that means you have to make at least $10 filling out surveys, and we'll talk about how much time that's going to take in a second. All right, but once you reach $10, you can just withdraw directly from PayPal, and then that's how you get paid. Okay, now the thing about Forthright surveys, just like a lot of survey websites, is unfortunately it doesn't have an unlimited amount of surveys. So what tends to happen is that with these surveys, you're going to see once you actually log in that under your partner survey section, it just depends on your luck. You might log in today and you might have 5 surveys available. You'll go ahead and try and qualify for them, and you might qualify for 2 of them, right? And they might pay you $1 per survey, right? So that's 15 minutes per survey, half an hour of your time, a little bit more time to qualify for the surveys, and there you have it. You've made $2, right? But you fill out the other 3 and you might get disqualified. That's just how survey filling works on Forthright and a lot of other survey websites. Okay, now maybe you log in tomorrow and you don't have any surveys available. You have 0 surveys available. Okay, then you log in the day after that and you might have 1 survey available. You try and qualify for that, and maybe you get disqualified, which means that you don't get to fill in any surveys, okay? Then the day after that, right, you might log in and you might have 3 surveys available, all right? So that's kind of how survey filling works, and it really depends on where you live, your exact location in the US. It might be because of your background. It might be because of that particular day. There's so many different reasons on why surveys may work or they may not work. And that's just kind of the way that survey filling works. And that's kind of what you have to understand, okay? Now, let's have a look and see what some people have actually said about these surveys themselves. Now, one of the review sites that I use is called Trustpilot. It's a third-party review, all right? Now, anytime Trustpilot has under 4 stars generally, it means that that company has some issues, okay? Now, with beforthright.com, which is, the survey site we're talking about, it's got 2.3 stars, which is really low. Now, even though that's true, it does have not that many surveys, only 58, reviews, right? But what I like to have a look at is whether the 1 stars outweigh the 5 stars. Okay, and generally speaking, if the 1 stars outweigh the 5 stars, then that's generally a little bit of an issue with that particular, website or app or course or whatever it is, right? So 47% of people have said that, Be Forthright or Forthright surveys is a 1 star. That's pretty high, okay? Now, I'm going to show you what most people have said, okay? Now, most people have said that, or the people that have reported an issue anyway, right? And not everybody does report an issue because some people have given it 5 stars. And I just want to be fair, okay? Because sometimes, people do have a good experience, but, some people have a bad experience, and that's the people that actually, write an actual review, okay? Now, these are pretty recent, right? October 2024. And you can see that this person says it was a total ripoff. This person says right here, basically what they've said is it keeps changing. First it says $2 for 15 minutes, and then and then they tried it, and then they got disqualified, and then after that it changed to a 25-minute one, and it actually took 50 to 55 minutes. So sometimes it might take a little bit longer for you to finish a survey than it actually says, right? And then it says they were only credited $2 when they were supposed to be credited a little bit more. And then it says 5 days later, after many emails, I was given $1.50 more, all right? And then it's, they say that you have to have $10 to cash out, which I actually, mentioned that earlier. And then it says that they never have any surveys available. Okay, on the rare occasion that there are partner surveys available, they don't pay. As soon as you answer the income question, if you are below middle income, you are disqualified. Okay, now I did mention this before. It doesn't mean that it's a scam. It's just that it's quite difficult sometimes to qualify for surveys. So this person is just basically saying that it's been difficult for them to qualify for surveys, which I mentioned earlier. And the second thing is that there aren't that many surveys, because that's just the way, unfortunately, that a lot of so-so survey companies work, right? If they're not a great survey company, they're not going to have a lot of supply available. And that's pretty unfortunate. And then, you're going to be disqualified for a lot of other surveys, right? This one says, it's been a week, I haven't been paid, scam app, also impossible to make money off here, 90% disqualification. That's pretty bad. Okay, so this person, unfortunately, has been disqualified 9 out of 10 times, and that can happen depending on your background and who you are, right? I earned $5 and cashed out over a month ago, still haven't been paid, messaged him multiple times and nothing, okay? And so sometimes there are issues like this too, okay? Unfortunately, they don't pay every single time. It doesn't mean that they don't pay, because there have been reports of people making money and having good experiences with Forthright paid surveys, but sometimes some people fall through the cracks, okay? So it kind of depends on your luck. That's what it sounds like, right? It's not that they're a total scam. There have been some good reviews of people saying that they have been paid, but some people have also fallen through the cracks, unfortunately, right? I waited a long time to share this, okay? But now I feel I have to. I accepted a 180-minute, 3-hour survey, only to realize after 2 to 3 hours that the survey was corrupted. Okay, after submitting my ticket of concern and after being assured that the matter would be reviewed, nothing has, as of this date, nothing has been done. I sent screenshots of many emails, heard nothing. I feel that if I were giving our time to participate in the survey, they should be at least obliged to make and meet amicable resolutions. Okay, so basically, unfortunately, someone took a long survey and they just wasted their time. And that can happen too, right? And unfortunately, in this particular scenario, it looks like Forthright's customer service didn't really do anything to rectify that. And so these are some of the people that are just reporting some of their problems, right? Currently, waiting days has been paid for cash out. Support hasn't even bothered to respond to my support request. This is not a one-off thing. They've had 3 major issues with being unable to pay that require them sending out a message to every user 3 times since January. Okay, so looks like they have had some payout issues in the past as well. So here's what I would say about Forthright surveys. All right, it's kind of a hit or miss survey website. If you're lucky and everything works well, then you can make a little bit of money. There is a threshold of $10. You're going to get disqualified from some surveys, and they don't have a lot of supply of surveys, right? So, you know, it's like, do you really want to use a website like this where they have some issues? And some people have technical issues and they're not paid for their surveys. Some people are going through a survey and then a glitch happens and then nothing happens. You know, you don't get you're compensated for that. So I would say that Forthright is probably not one of the best survey websites out there. There are a lot of more stable, better survey websites, and I'm going to share some of them with you right now, okay? Now, there is a survey website called surveypolice.com. So you can just come to surveypolice.com, and right at the top, you can just go to top rated paid surveys, right? And you're going to come to this list. Now, this list changes depending on which country you live in. So for my country, TGM Panel, Prime Opinion, Ipsos iSay are some of the best surveys. Now, I have reviewed all 3 of these survey panels and they are very good. For your country, it might be slightly different. Okay, now here's what I want to mention about survey filling. Even if you did join TGM Panel, Prime Opinion, and Ipsos iSay, which by the way, they're great websites, you do have to understand that all survey websites kind of work the same way. You'll earn between 20 cents to 50 cents, most of the survey websites. Some of them will pay more, 50 cents to $1, but for the most part, the sweet spot is 20 cents to 50 cents per survey. It'll take about 10 to 15 minutes. You will get disqualified from some surveys, but at least with these guys, there is a little bit more supply and they do pay out and the customer service is good. Okay, so supply is always a problem with these websites. Sometimes there are 10 surveys available today. Tomorrow there might be 1. The next day that might be 0, the next day that might be 0. It kind of works that way, okay? So sometimes you get surveys, sometimes you don't. That's just the name of the game. I recommend that you register for as many good survey websites as possible, but still, this is not going to be life-changing income. It's just a little bit of extra income if you're spending an hour or 2 a day filling out surveys, okay? You're never going to replace your full-time job with this, but sure, you can make some money filling out surveys. So I don't really recommend Forthright surveys, but if you want to check out surveypolice.com, you'll find some good survey panels that you can check out in your area, okay? I hope you enjoyed this review of Forthright surveys. And listen, if you're here watching this video right now on this channel, I have reviewed hundreds and hundreds of different ways to make money online. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. And for me, out of all the good strategies, there was one that I used to completely change my life. I quit my full-time job because of it. I 5 times my old corporate salary. I work full-time from home right now. If you want to check out that strategy, I have a free masterclass that shows you how to do it. Just click the link all the way at the bottom. And I hope you enjoy that. Hope you enjoyed this review of Forthright surveys. And I will see you on another video review. Take care.